Afternoon, folks. My name is Spch101, and I want to talk to you about teen pregnancy. By a show of hands, how many of you have had children? Me too. You remember when you were younger, you used to play games with your friends? You would play tag, hide and go seek, that's my car, and what am I going to be when I grow up? I remember my friends used to want to be police officers, firemen, and they wanted to be in the military. Teens today aren't doing that. You know why? They're becoming pregnant. The U.S. has the highest teen pregnancy rate in the world. According to the CDC, the U.S. teen pregnancy rate is 1/3 of every teen is becoming pregnant before the age of 20. According to the National Campaign to Prevent Teenage Pregnancy, there are 750,000 children becoming pregnant annually. That's a lot, right? I remember when I was in high school, my friend Kristen, she was always stressed out. She was crying, and I didn't know what was going on. So I said, Kristen, what's going on? And she said, Selwyn, I'm pregnant. I said, oh man, have you told your parents? And she's like, no. I said, why not? She said, I'm scared because I might get kicked out. And I never thought about that. But it's got to be very stressful to become pregnant while you're a teenager. There's a couple factors behind that. You know, first off, you got to think, how am I going to provide for this child? Am I going to graduate high school? What am I going to do? And how am I going to take care of a period? Then you're going to think, how am I going to tell my parents? Man, that's got to be the toughest thing of all, because talking to your parent as a teen is already stressful because your emotions are on high. And when you're pregnant, they got to be even higher. You know? So you might not be able to relay it the proper way, telling them they're pregnant, because your parent might go off on you. So you can tell your friends, or you can talk to a guidance counselor, or you can talk to somebody in your family like your aunt and your uncle. And if you tell them, maybe they'll be able to relay it to your parents a little bit better, so you can talk to them, you know? Because I know me as a parent, I'd be pretty upset. I'd be like, what? You did, I can't believe you. What were you thinking? You know? So you got to make sure you relay it to somebody so you can talk to your parents. Another thing, nowadays children are becoming pregnant because they're watching TV. The media, it's a major influence to children. Right now they got a show on TV called I'm 16 and Pregnant on MTV. I can't believe this. Children are thinking they can become famous if they become pregnant. No, that is not the way. They should not be taught how to become a parent on TV. I don't think so. We should be thinking about how to prevent teenage pregnancy and what we can do to prevent it. A key factor in that is education. Education, folks. If you teach your child the correct way and what things to do and what proper steps they can take to not become pregnant, it's going to help out. You know, a lot of children, if you talk to them right now, you can talk to your son or your daughter and you say, hey, what you know about sex? And they'll be like, do we got to talk about this? Come on. I know about the birds and the bees. I know about the flowers and the trees. I know where babies come from. You know, I know. I go to school. We learned about this in health class. Why do we got to talk about this? We got to talk about it because I got to make sure you know about it. That's why we got to talk about it. You know, so make sure they're listening. I know they hear it, but are they listening? Make sure they tell you what they're thinking about and what they know, how they can prevent teenage pregnancy. Another thing you can tell them is about contraception. You know, Dr. Marion Stanford, the author of Sex Ed, says that the pill is 99% effective against teenage pregnancy. You know, that's pretty high. Now, they can get the pill from their family care provider, or they can go to a family planning care center. And once they do this, you know, that's another factor they can prevent their teenage pregnancy. Another thing they can use is the condom. The condom is the most widely spread known prevention against pregnancy. This is a very good barrier. That's 98% effective against pregnancy. Also, you got your depot shots, and you got another thing called Plan B. Now, Plan B is also known as the morning after. Now, if you use this method, you got to make sure you use it within 72 hours of having sexual intercourse. This is very important, because if you miss after 72 hours, you may end up becoming pregnant. I'm pretty sure that you want to do that. Another key thing that you can use, and this is the #1 effective tool that you can use to prevent teenage pregnancy, is abstinence. Abstinence, folks, it's 100%. There is no better guarantee than 100%. You know, I know you got your stressors out there. You got your teenage friends talking about some, hey man, are you having sex? Man, it feels so great. There's a lot of peer pressure out there. You probably had your boyfriend talking about some, come on baby, just one time. That's all we gotta do. Just one time. Let me just let me rub it up against you. You know, rubbing it up against you may have you end up becoming pregnant. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that to happen. So abstinence, that is the #1 key guaranteed thing that you can use to prevent teenage pregnancy. All right, so remember, you got your factors of stressors going on in your life. As a teenager, you're stressed out already, and becoming pregnant, you know, you got to think about how you're going to provide for this child. Are you going to graduate, and where are you going to stay? How are you going to tell your parent about becoming pregnant? And you think about the media and everything going on, teaching you how to become pregnant, and you may become famous. That's a lot of stress on a child nowadays. Then you got to think about what you can do to prevent becoming pregnant. Preventing becoming pregnant, which is education, your contraceptions, and your final factor is abstinence. So everybody, please, I challenge you to teach your children about these factors. If you can do that, I guarantee you we can lower our teenage pregnancy rate. 750,000 is a lot, folks. I challenge you to do that. If you can do that, we can stop this. Thank you.